Papa Pepper, how to fillet a fish.
Alright guys, Papa Pepper here. This is just going to be a simple one called how to fillet a fish, because a lot of people know that fish is a good source of food we can get from the wild. We can have our own ponds, it's available, and somehow you got to turn this into something you can eat. I'm going to show you just a quick, easy way to fillet. My dad taught me, and it's not as difficult as you'd think, but if you don't know what you're doing, you may want help. So here we go. At this point, you're going to see a couple different things. The head of the fish, the dorsal fin, pectoral fin. This is the biggest cut of meat down here, and then this is where the guts are. Here's where the head is. So the first thing that I do is I'll take a cut right behind the gill slit here, and with a sharp fillet knife, you can cut right through the scales. The scales will come off, the rest of them will get out of the way. You just cut through and you go actually all the way to the spine. You can feel the backbone. And this works. This is a largemouth bass. It's not the most impressive specimen, but a lot of fish are built this way. Then from the top, here's where the dorsal fin is. Enter there and just slide it down. You're going about halfway down the fish. The largemouth has a nice line, and you're really stopping when you feel the ribs begin to come out from the spine. So you just slowly go down. Once you make it past the vent, down to the anal fin, you can actually slide it all the way down and across, and then just continue to follow the spine. When you get to that point, this is all already off, and we're just going to use this to feel right around the ribs. If you listen, you can hear them there, and we just slowly go right around the ribs. Here's the ribs. That's what's on the outside of all the internal organs, all the guts as we call them. You just keep going right around. Once you make it past, this is pretty much the cut of meat. So you just slide your knife along and you cut through the skin. At this point, this is what we're going to call a fillet. You've got the bone here, you've got the other bones here, the head here, the fins. Come here, we're going to get the meat off of the skin and the scales. So you can use pliers for this too, depending on what type of fish you're doing. But if you hold that in place, you should be able just to slide your nice sharp fillet knife, hold it flat, and slide it between the skin and the meat. And at this point, we've got our fillet. So if you look, that's a nice thick, it's about 3/4 of an inch. Nice fillet. I can feel one bone here that I missed to the ribs, but otherwise this is bone free. You can batter it and deep fry it, you can cook it on a fire, you can cook it in a skillet, you can bake it, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, make your incision right behind the gill slit, bring it down to the pectoral fin, then you head to the back of the fish, right along the dorsal fin, starting at the top, right along that spine. Start bringing it down. At this point, you're hitting the ribs. And once you make it past the vent, you can slide it all the way across and through. You're just missing all the guts, all the dietary tract, and you bring it through the bottom, back to the tail. So, once that's done, again, we just follow that rib cage across here. You can hear it. And once you make it past, then you just cut through. So at this point, we've really got the vast majority of useful meat. Now there is other things you can eat here. Some people eat the head, some people eat the eyeballs, some people eat the liver. But if you're just in it for the meat, this one I left a little less. There we go. Slide your fillet knife between the meat and the skin. So, got another nice cut of meat, a good sized fillet. That could be your entree. Here's just the outside skin of it, and you can see I went pretty close to the spine right there. The fins are still in place. That's the waste. You can bury that in the garden to feed trees or plants. You can do a couple of other things with it, use as chicken feed, other stuff. And here's your fillets. So it's just that simple. It does take a bit of practice. A lot of fish are built this way, both freshwater and oceanic. So some of them will have bones running across, which you can just simply remove that part or begin to learn the fish in your area and what works best for preparing them. But that's how to fillet a fish. Pop out.
As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.